begin? Hi YouTube. I think it's about time I clear things about what happened in the past since the last video. Alright, so just a bit of context. Yeah, I've changed my YouTube channel to be more aligned with who I am. Because I realize when learning through other entrepreneurs, the main focus for me at this early stage is personal branding. I can't just willy-nilly slap on a company and a business and a brand that doesn't resonate with me first. I'll go put myself out there, and that's probably one of the mistakes I did. Second of all, I've been through a lot of ups and downs, a lot of trouble. Yes, I was meant to upload a video regarding to whatever it was I meant to mention before, but in this case, things have changed. Okay, just a bit of just a lot of things have changed. So I've taken on, alright, so where to begin? I've taken on a spiritual path now, trying to find what works, what doesn't work for me. I have taken to praying every night, thinking Jesus, thinking God in such a way, but not reading the Bible. I probably want to stay away from because I have my own skepticism behind it. Meaning that for a while, for almost a lifetime now, I've noticed the Bible went through a lot of changes. So trying to go through the Bible path may not be such a good idea, but I'll probably refer to it in such a way that if I need help, I'll go to it when I need to. Okay, so I've taken on that path. I've taken on learning Stoicism. So that's just helped with me getting along in life. And which means that this will help me align with what I want to do, my goals in life, and how things will go. Because I am in my early 30s. And I got to find a spiritual path. Like, I can't live life anymore the way it is without a spiritual guide. Like, I need some form of spiritual guide. So I gotta need something to start. I've taken on to meditating almost every day. So I sit down on the floor and I cross my arms, I put my hands out like so, and then rest that on my knees, and then I just meditate for 20 minutes. As long as I can go so far. I'm trying to go up to 30 minutes, but that's probably stretching it so far. So 20 minutes is my limit. All right, so under context, why I've chosen the spiritual path at this point. So I've taken on a spiritual path because I've noticed that I couldn't live life the way I wanted to anymore. Yeah, it was an idea that, hey, I wanted to do things I want, build a life as soon as possible. You know, I was ambitious. I was ambitious, excited, delusional to a degree, and really getting there. But I found that despite all that, there was no direct path for me to go on because I'm not really building my own path. I was just going off optimism and happiness and delusion. And from what I've noticed, it really doesn't work out too well. So that's one problem. Second thing is, my life at the time was a bit of a mess. Like, nothing was getting anywhere. The love disasters one after another. The usual life problems, basically. If you know what life problems are, could be accidents, could be medical problems, could be work problems, could be life problems, economic problems. It could be anything that's out of your control. So we just call it basic life problems. And as someone who wants to build a future, I gotta try and slow down and find what works. So that's just what's happening in a nutshell, really. So that's the reason why and I realized that I need to find a guide what works. So I've taken on a spiritual path to help align with me and my goals. I know I'm being a little bit vague, but I don't know how to express it because this is a lot for me to take out. So I'm trying to be as clear as possible. Second thing, my YouTube channel. I've made a lot of changes to align with who I am as a person. And the truth is, as much as I like to share an entrepreneurial path and diary to share everyone, I stopped after a few videos and realized that it doesn't align with who I am. Okay, so what I did was I took a break from everything, even took a break from running my business, just go through the motions, and when I find time to think for myself, which is through meditation, I found things that work for me and what doesn't work for me. I had to find, okay, what do I like to do? So I literally consulted AI for this one. I said, hey, you're a being who lived over 1,000 years with a life and wisdom. Ask me what I want all this. I don't know what to do in my life, or what should I do? Who am I as a person, right? Ask for literally a spiritual guide through AI. Take that with caution, everyone. Please be careful. I did it at my own risk and found it's something resonate with me. And it's what aligns with the changes. I like to be versatile. I like to be skilled and knowledgeable at certain things that interest me the most. And I can't sit still and live through a system knowing that you have to be good at one thing, because for a period of time, I'm like, why am I building this YouTube channel for? Why am I building my business for? And nothing really aligns with me. So after taking a break, the YouTube channel now has changed to being a versatile warrior. So I'm gonna build a community for those who are like-minded like myself, who would love to be as versatile as anything. I'm gonna create a safe space for everyone who doesn't just want to be good at one or two things other than their primary skill that they were taught in school, but they can learn how to be skilled at so many different things that they are pretty much unstoppable. And this aligns with the concept of being a capable man, or in my context, a versatile warrior. A warrior who is capable at so many different things that basically nothing and no one can stop him or her. That is the intention for this YouTube channel, so I've changed it around. I'll still show my journeys and my path towards to being whatever I'm going to be. I am at the early stage at this point, so I don't think thousands of people will care at this stage of the time of recording this video. So that's the reason why I redesigned this YouTube channel with the help of AI to help me align with my goals, like what I really want to do with my life. And I want to share it. I want to be able to create community, saying, hey, this is a safe space for anyone to be versatile. And in truth, I love being versatile. Like, I can't sit still being good at one thing and showing people good at one thing, and it's just not fun anymore. It's not fun. It's never been fun all my life, and I just want to create a safe space where I'm not the only one that has this acknowledgement. Okay. Next thing, the business. So the business at this point, I've changed and redesigned and aligned with more bigger goals, because I found that there are people like me who can't sit still, known for the fact that problems always head their way. There is always a chance that I'm always the one called when poop hits the fan, quite literally. And knowing that I can't just sit still and say, all right, everything's gonna be fine, just do what you're normally good at or being taught at school, which is nursing. I'm like, no. There are so many circumstances and situations and stories where I found that me being versatile has been helpful to me in more counts than one. Like at work, there are more than a handful of times where my past skills as a chef came into play, or my parenting skills helped dealing with my past babysitting skills, basically helped looking after my son so well, and my past experiences of being able to deal with a big huge mess that was almost out of our control. I was able to handle that situation without a problem, especially what's happened lately. So this allowed me to realign that and say, hey, look, I love being versatile. I can't sit still. I can't slow down. I'll only slow down to learn, and that's probably about it. Otherwise, I'll just go in full force. So I've aligned my business with the major goal of being economically chaos-proof, protecting the people that will be affected by economic disasters one way or the other. And I will develop a company based around that. So this video is based on me, and that's what I'm gonna be doing. If anyone wants to help me, that'd be great. I'm basically building a company around the three businesses. One is virtual assistance agency for those looking for employment or training. My virtual assistants agency is based around looking after tradies and brokers who are currently in need of help right now. My second business is still on paper, not officially, is about gardening. I'll explain that later. I'll explain that when the time comes. And the third thing is basically household care and companionship. Basically, it's a friend, basically, simply a friend that comes over, keeps you company, and cleans the house for you, cooks for you, basically. Those are the three main things I'm gonna build the company around on. And you want more details, I'm more than happy to discuss about it, as long as you like and follow. Follow, subscribe, whatever it is they do when the video is released, because I will be continuing with this journey regardless. So right now I'm only running one business. I haven't got any clients yet. Still, even though it's been open for 6 months, I realized that this business is not aligned with the goals goals aligned with me as a person, because at this point, what the heck I'm gonna do? So I adjusted adjust everything, adjust the business model that's aligned with my goals, and align my mission and my vision. So I made all these adjustments, and I feel a lot better about it. I'm still going through making change video. I'm actually right now writing scripts for my advertisement videos. I'm doing it slow. I'm doing it at a steady pace, which is working for me. So yeah, I'm still working on that. I'm gonna work on sales scripts soon enough, and still getting these together. So I'm pretty happy about that. I'm also with the business. I got updated the newsletters coming in. I've always got deals, sales, price off the original price kind of things, and I got a whole pricing system that allows me to adjust accordingly to what the business person needs, how much they can afford based on how much a month. So it will be like a proper, hey, how much can you afford? What's your range? And let's adjust accordingly, and let's find what works best for you. Properly how old-fashioned sales is supposed to be, basically. So that's my business model at this point now with Curious Virtual Assistants Agency. Next thing is my personal life. Aside from the spiritual part, everything else in my life, my cooking's getting a lot better. I've barely thought about running my food YouTube channel. Like seriously, I don't know where to begin, because I'm trying to resolve all my own food issues. So I'll probably create a video around that, about what I've been doing with my food and with my food journey, and why I've barely done crap. I don't think I should do that yet until like further down the line. So I've been cooking more. My food's a lot better. I can start sharing it once I feel confident enough. I don't feel confident yet because I'm still spoiling myself. I'm spoiling myself with my own food because I can't eat outside anymore. Simply, the food outside my own hands aren't as interesting anymore, and it's kind of a downside curse for me. I go outside to cook. I go outside to eat. I complain about the food, regardless how much effort the chef puts in. I come home, I'm happy with the food I eat, but it's hard to enjoy something that you know that you cooked, and you can't complain, and there's always issues. There's always like something to improve on. Next thing is that family-wise, there's a lot happened within the month of June. With my family, basically asking for help is a big no-no from anyone really, unless it's from a professional, because I've found out at this point. Alright, so I'm in my 30s, and what I've found difficult at this moment is getting help from family, especially under any circumstances. Like, I'm getting help from my wife, get love and support from my son. My son's 2 years old, actually. He's nearly 2.5 months. 2 years and a half, actually. It's kind of nice. Now, I find it very difficult now these days to ask for help from my own parents, from anyone in family related, other than advice. Like, it feels like, because I've been pressured to ask for any external help from family, and I keep reinforcing the idea that family like that's not gonna help, and I was right. It's really hard at this stage of my life when you just started building a life, you started getting your shit together, and all of a sudden there's just one problem after the other. Like, I know that's a life thing in a nutshell, but when you've been told by your own parents saying, "Oh, we'll help you, help whatever we can, and we'll help you no matter what," or "Oh, we'll help you with all these things," it kind of puts a damper on your spirit to know that they're not really gonna help. They can help in other means, but they always want something back. I'm talking about proper. Let me help you without expecting anything in return of help. Lately, at all really. My own parents. I wouldn't say I'm not my dad, but yeah, I'm gonna say this. I often get asked for help, and I don't usually get anything back in return. Usually, like recently, I'm trying to get a home. I try to find ways to get a home, and only to discover that anything people say, like, "Oh, don't worry, I will help you no matter what. No worries, I can help you pay anything, or help you to deposit or anything," right? I thought that was aligned with all parties, and I was hopeful. I was really hopeful with the idea that we gotta get help, we gotta get support for getting home. We found these different locations, and only to find out that it doesn't really apply. It's only delusional, helpful words. And then when recently we tried to get a home, we went through brokers, my parents went through a real estate investor who was a broker too, and we tried to going through one property to another to find ideal, and we found that it's too much. Like, it's not. We can save up and pay off our loans and all, but we're not gonna get the help we wanted. The government can't help that much anyway. We can barely afford a unit. We can barely afford apartments at this point anyway. Of like this place I have right now, like we've got enough to scrape by, but not enough to feel comfortably safe. I mean, we're saving, but not enough. I'm all out, like we're barely saving enough, and it hurts. It takes us forever to get to this point, and we have a son. He's 2 years and a half now, and I'll have to look for school for him. And it's, I don't know, it's very difficult. And my son keeps getting sick over and over, chesty cough, phlegm. Doctor says the same thing, nothing wrong with it. His chest is clear, it's just a cold, whatever it is. I don't know, like, I don't know what to do. As versatile as I can be, there's always things I don't know what to do, how to do. So I only do what I can. So me and my wife made a plan to do what we can to get things together, and as of the recording of this video today, at the recording of this video, it is found that reliability on family to what we hope and expect and hope for is not gonna happen. I'm essentially go do all this with just my wife. I got emotional support from other family I found, which is great. At this point, I'm screaming loud. And now I'm thinking about it through all this. I never thought I experienced this much pain. I mean, I experienced pain before. Like, I'm the son of a single mother. I got smacked around a lot. I got bullied a lot. I mean, not as much as most people, but I got enough to create some psychological damage. I was hopeful, nice guy, naive, you name it. All that really went away as the years go by to realize that they'd rather see you succeed and in pain rather than healed and happy. And what this means is that I won't be able to get any help from family the way I hoped for. We believed one thing, but it turns out to be another. I mean, I'm aware of this and all, but thinking about it now, the emotional impact is kind of devastating. I don't know what to do sometimes. What do I do from here? I know. My plan for the meantime is just pay off my debts, make sure my son is well, recover from my surgery. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Throughout the month of June has always been bad luck for me. Like, I can't even rest properly, know without something bad happening. Like literally 2 weeks ago to the day, I went under a procedure for a biopsy because a few months ago I found this mysterious lump that popped out of nowhere. So finally the day comes to get the lump removed, and I have no idea what it is. Doctors don't know what it is. Specialists doesn't know what it is. Like, literally everyone who checked it, assessed it, cut it open to have a look, they all said the same thing. They all said the same. I don't know what the F this is. So that worries me. I just hope it's not that bad. They all say the same thing. At least it's not cancer. I doubt that because the size changed somewhat, but it never went away. So at this point, I'm just waiting for the test results to come, waiting for a call from the specialist, from the surgeon, or whoever is going to call me. I'm recovering. I can't exercise for a while, which is usually okay because I'm recovering. Can't exercise that hard, at least. And what happened on the day was, when I went under, like literally, I looked at the time when I went under because I knew, like, I was in the operating room. I was laying there pretty much butt naked, except with a gown on. Lift up my top, and I was laying there, my belly exposed, ready to go for it. Got the propofol going in. I was laying there. I'm like, look at the time. Look at the time as they're injecting it. You can feel the coldness of the medication coming in really quickly. And then it was like 8:30 in the morning. I was fasting for like, how long? Nearly 18 hours at this point. And then it's passed out. I woke up, it was around 10, 11 o'clock. And then I go through I was like 10 o'clock or something. I go through my phone and I found missed calls, a whole bunch of missed calls. And it started 8:30. I don't know what's happening. I don't know why, but I feel like anytime I'm cursed, Anytime I rest or truly relax, I'm cursed. Because bad things happen when I truly relax. I tried checking all and everything, and it still happens today. So what happened was those missed calls were from my wife. So what happened was that those missed calls, five consecutive missed calls were from my wife. Apparently she was on her way to drop off our son to childcare and she got into a car accident. Now we're waiting for the results in this one.
Hey guys, just an update while I was editing this video. Just after the video recording of that, I got a call from the insurer people. They said the car is totaled and the chance of us getting fixing everything like that is not good. Simply just too expensive and kind of understandable. It's a new company car in the industry in Australia. The parts for it are hard to get at this point because it's brand new. It's not Tesla, nothing expensive, but the parts to acquire them are too expensive. So just a little heads up on that.
But what simply happened was she got involved in a car accident. One was a reckless driver. My wife was an overly cautious driver, as what led to the accident happening. Now we did have a dash cam, but when looking into the micro SD card, there's nothing recorded, so don't know what's going on with that one. All I know is that when my wife took out the micro SD card, it's all meant to be recorded onto the SD card itself, okay? And turns out there's no footage. And on that same day, we got a letter from the other party's lawyer saying they're pushing for them to give us, for us to give them the claim number and the claim number and contact details, right? So, and name of the insurer. Sorry. So it's claim number and name of the insurer. Right? They're pushing for legal actions at this point. Like, we're threatening legal action. If you don't give us what we want, we'll threaten proper legal actions. So the only thing I could think of at the time was, let's call the insurance company and let's see what action we need to take. So we're doing it through them, which is a lot safer because it's better than that. Literally a week and a half later, from pretty much, this is as of, well, nearly 2 weeks later, which is yesterday as the time of this video, I got into an accident with a cyclist, and I don't know what's going on with that one. I followed the rules, checked everything. Police was aware of the situation. I have a dash cam as well, but the cyclist hit the side of my car, so I wasn't too sure at this point. Dash cam at the time was not recording anything at that moment, so which is weird. I found that it hasn't been recording for weeks because it was out of power and the cord was broken, so I just got it fixed just recently, just today actually. So and then I'm waiting for the police report. Basically, I'm waiting for the police report. I asked AI the situation, told the AI the whole situation of the story from my perspective, and they said according to law, AI says according to law, basically the cyclist is at fault, but we don't know until the police has officially resolved it. This is where this is the time where I actually contact my parents, let them know the situation, and found out they're not gonna be any help. Because I didn't know my parents. I should know my parents pretty well, but I got optimistic to let them say they have the right to know what's going on. They have the right to know what's going on, the full context of the story, and I tried contacting them. And it didn't really turn out what I hoped for, basically. Alright guys, so the video cut off at that point because I wasn't aware that it cut off because I don't have any way to see when it records or stops recording because I'm just going based on my own iPhone. So here's what I was gonna say throughout the rest of the video and couldn't record it because it was just too much data fill up. So basically, life problems, another one. Second thing is I have to rely on professionals now. My parents aren't gonna be much help. I have other family as well, but they're mostly for advice. Like I said before, basically I got a call that the car is totaled, even though the car was still drivable. Apparently the cost was above market value and wasn't even worth it, so that's fine. Just one problem after the other. I keep trying up as, at least this is the uncomfortable truth God was always telling me. So, or Jesus, and then trying to find what is that uncomfortable truth I had to find, and the truth was that I'm always the help I get and expect from other people is not what I'm gonna get, basically. So yeah, just one day at a time, one problem at a time, and I'll never forget that quote from from Amazing Spider-Man 1990s. Basically saying, I can help the world many, many times over, but when I need help, forget it. I'm on my own. I know I'm paraphrasing, but he said something along that line. Yeah, that's about it, really. I know, look, I'm not asking for sympathy. I'm not asking for empathy. I just want to post this video just to vent and express myself in some way, because it's hard for me to find someone out there I could relate to. Because even if I do find someone to relate to, it's never, oh, the way you get over it. I always get looked at as, get over it, you dickhead. Sorry for my language. Like, literally, get over it. We'll have our problems. The thing is, this is my first time in my life I have these many problems happen in 1 month. All of these problems happen in 1 month all at the same time, so it's very overwhelming. Because usually in life there's like a little bit here, problem, a little bit problem there, a little bit problem there, and that's usually okay. But if you have a whole bunch of problems coming in 1 month within a time span of a few days of each other, then you're like, what's really happening? And it takes a mental and emotional toll on you, and there's not much we can do, and it really hurts, basically. Anyway, just do what I can, basically. Like, comment, subscribe. See you in the next video, and hopefully the next video will be a bit more positive. No guarantees.